When it happened, it was a surprise, like opening a birthday gift from someone who didn't know you well. You were only grateful when the moment is over. But the moment never died. For some reason, it eats where I eat, sleeps where I sleep, hides where I hide. It has taken over. He had no right to get close, to trap me in a single moment. If I was a son, then I am not anymore, because his touch burned me. Something shouldn't be ignored. That's When It Happened by a poet named J.R. And choosing that particular one because we find our good friend Micah here trapped effectively in this dungeon fight. His man-at-arms, Yins, brought down in the middle of combat multiple demons had assaulted him, only to be taunted as he found the master of this particular place that he has kind of stumbled into. He fought, and fought well, though his psionic abilities and his psi sword are not working the way that they used to. But he managed to take a couple of them down, frighten others who thought that they were fighting off a fully fledged cyber knight. However, that didn't help Yins, as one of the creatures just smashed him into the ground. And now, as we watch the master of this place disappear, taunting Micah as he kind of, I'm going to assume, teleports his way down, we come back into a still partial fight. But we're now going to go over and roll on our fate chart. I'm going to, even though Yins is down, I'm going to mark Micah and the chaos factor down to a 6, just because he did have some control over that fight. So we will now roll our chaos factor. Roll to 6. So scene will proceed as normal, which may not be the greatest thing considering the fact that Micah is still locked in a fight. So we have the two creatures that are here. Micah facing off against one demon that's running away and another that is still trying to kill him. These are dumb, brutish creatures, and of course Micah isn't at full strength. With the ends down, he's definitely not at full strength. So let us start. We're going to deal. Micah gets the queen, Yins gets a 10, the demons get the king. So they are going to go first. And I'm going to give the one, I'm going to roll on his, let's see what kind of actions he's going to take. Combat actions, here we go. 21. Cautious. And 65. Cautious military. So this one suddenly gets half a brain. Maybe because his friends aren't here to goad him on. But he is going to, let me make sure I've got the stats up. This one looks out. And as he approaches, he raises a piece to kind of provide a little bit of defense. He has a small shield, which he finally starts pulling up, which adds +1 to his parry. He does have frenzy, which means he gets 2 attack rolls. He's not going to take any multi-action penalties. He's just going to make 2 swings, trying to see if he can bring Micah down. So, why can I never find my D8s when I'm looking for them? I swear they hide. There we go. There's one. That's why I couldn't see over the edge. 3 and an 8, but the 8 blows up to a 12 total, which will beat his parry. The damage roll is strength plus 2d4 with an armor piercing of 6. That is definitely not good for Micah. So, let's get ourselves over. The strength is You know, I had all this up and then I moved it aside, and now, of course, I can't find it again. 2d4 plus 1d8. Fortunately, Micah's parry's pretty high. So a 12 wasn't a full hit with the raise. Actually, yeah, that is a hit with raise. So he also gets an additional d6. That sucks. All right. Oh, shit. Every single die blew up. Okay. So that is 10, 20, 24, and every single one of them rolls again. Damn. This might be a short campaign at this rate. Okay, so what do we say? 24 plus 25, 31, 39 total. Micah's toughness with the armor piercing of 6, which eliminates all of it, is a 9, which means he's about to take all 4 wounds, which would put him down bleeding out here too. Of course, he gets his Benny, and he gets to make a vigor roll, d8, and his d6 to try to soak. He's got to get effectively 3 raises. 1 success and 3 raises would soak 4 wounds. So 3 and a 5. That'll soak 1 of them. Spending a Benny on that, though. Ugh, same thing. All 3 Bennies gone. First round. First attack. All he rolled is 3s and 5s. So he takes 3 wounds. So let's go ahead and mark that. As this creature comes forward, the shield raised, Micah brings his Sai sword up, hoping for some method of being able to reduce the onslaught. This creature swings twice. He manages to parry 1, but the shield catches him just underneath the arm. He, in a moment of pain and frustration, drops his sword, and then the blade cuts straight through. He is left with a gaping wound in his chest. Let me get markers out so I can mark the fact that he now just took 3 wounds and 1 attack. And this is why people complain that Savage Worlds is very swingy. It is. Because Micah had almost no chance there with that high of a damage roll. But that's part of the fight. That's part of this. Micah takes 3 wounds on that 1 roll. But the creature steps back a little bit. Micah is going to start burning some power points here. Okay, instant duration. He's going to use his healing. Costs 3 power points, which puts him down to 7 total. But he's got to take those wounds off of the board here. So, actually, he is shaken. Taking a wound shakes him. Where is his spirit? It's a d6. Oh, sorry, it's a d10. What am I doing? Okay, even with -3, he rolled a 7, which means he is not shaken. But Micah, he is going to try to roll his psionics. A d8, -3, and -1. So it's a -4 total on this. He has no bennies to recover. Oh, thank God that blew up. Oh, 16. Okay. Now you're just showing off Micah. All right. So his healing power activates. Raise removes 2 wounds. Okay. So he has 1 wound remaining. That is good, but he is still hurt. He is still going to... I'm pretty sure that he has Smite active and Reflection, which is still a -2, though it didn't matter with his parry. His healing. Do I retroactively, just to give him a fighting chance here? Yeah, I am. I'm going to do this. -2. He's taking a multi-action penalty. He's going to cast healing again to try to bring Yin's up. But Yin's all he really needs right now that this is... He's taken away... It's still a -2 on the psionics roll, but he might be able to at least bring Yin's back into consciousness. A 3 and a 4. No, he burns the power points, hoping against hope to get Yin's back up on his feet. But as he tries, the creature continues his assault. Yin's has a... It's going to be his turn. And Yin's has a vigor roll. We know that he is currently busted. Vigor of a D8. Cool. Nope. Okay. That is a failure. Yin's is already unconscious. And as he tries his best, Micah reaches out for his new friend, his new man-at-arms, man he'd been training to try to become, if anything, just a protector, a bodyguard, a confidant. And here, in this dark dungeon, with the man who can't protect his own ward, Yin's the cyber, the city rat, dies. So, all right, let's go on to the next round. Micah gets the 8. The demon gets a 4. Micah is going to multi-action penalty. And he's going to start by trying to heal himself. Now he's only got a -2 on his psionics roll. A 1 and a 5, so that's a failure. But he is also going to attack. Let's see. Fighting of a D8. -1 on this roll. A 3 and a 5, so it's a 4 against their parry, which I'm pretty sure is a 6. Micah, in a bit of pain, frustration, anger, swings out, trying to at least pull this creature's attention long enough for him to put him off balance. But Micah's beginning to doubt himself. The creature turns, and he... I might have put Micah in way more trouble than he can possibly handle right now. So, we're going to... Okay, I just had it. There it is. What does this creature do on his turn? $24. Charge. 84. Charge Spy. I don't quite know what Charge Spy represents here. I'm just going to go with Charge, which sounds like the creature goes full-on aggression, which is going to be him taking multi-action penalty to try to take 2 attacks. Alright, so he gets 2 attacks, a -2, but he gets 4 total because he has Frenzy, which allows him to attack twice with a single action. Damn. Okay, that's one hit with the raise on the first one. Micah. Okay, if this beats a 9, that definitely beats a 9. Micah's about to take another wound. 12, 15. Nothing blows up, but that doesn't matter. No, wait, so that's 5, 6, that's 11, 14. But Micah takes another wound from the hit with the raise. With no bennies to soak the wound, he has no choice. The creature's non-raise attack on this first swing is 4-12, which is going to beat him. Micah just suddenly, in shock and anger, starts taking the worst portions of this beating. It cuts across his chest, scores into his arm, and the creature continues his assault. Fortunately, none of those hit because of the deflection skill. But Micah is now 3 wounds again and beginning to bleed. Micah draws the ace. The creature draws the king. I think Micah here is going to recognize the better part of Valor. He looks back one last time, trying to catch the glimpse of whatever happened to Yins. But he is going to... damn. He's going to try to leave. He can't handle this. This fight's too much. He is going to take the defend action, which grants him a +4 to parry for the entire turn. He may not take a multi-action penalty and he may not run, but he begins to retreat. So he gets to move only 3 inches, but he has a +4 to his parry. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. And I already said it. So I'm going to keep moving forward. The creature, the demon, sees this kind of moment of weakness. And let's see, 18 is calm. 96, calm vehicle? That doesn't make sense. I'm going to reroll this one. 1, calm abandon. The creature watches him begin to leave. Micah, not quite sure what's going on, holding his side blade up. He sees this. The monster watches and just... oh, yes. Flee. It is the creature's turn again. 79 is rude. 39 is enthusiastic. I think he's going to try to... Does he have a taunt? No, he doesn't. He has intimidate, and so I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to try to intimidate him. But he's going to walk up, keeping pace, keeping him in melee. And 6 blows up. So that's 8 total. Micah needs to beat that with a spirit roll. Micah's going to take a -3, but his spirit's a D10. Oof. And with no bennies, he makes Micah... I'm going to say Micah is now vulnerable. Micah continues. He's going to try to... Even with a -4 on the healing roll, he's going to try to heal himself again, because he knows if this creature attacks right now, Micah's on his way out. So let's get our lucky D8. You better be lucky. A 4 and a 3. Not even close. Not even enough. The healing points are gone. And Micah just continues. He's still going to try to retreat. So he goes back another 3 inches. The creature gets an attack of opportunity. 7. Since he's vulnerable, it's a +2, so that's going to hit. Micah, bleeding out. Not sure what's going on. Not sure if he's going to even make it out. Tries to defend as best as he can. 6, 14. Yeah, and Micah goes down. As he lands on the ground, there is just a quiet boom, boom, boom. Micah needs to make here. What is it? It's a vigor check. His vigor right now, it's a D6, which is not great. It takes in his wound penalties, which is -3. And he needs to, if he gets snake eyes, Micah dies right now. If he gets a failure, he takes a permanent injury and then has to roll every turn to stay alive as he's bleeding out. If he gets a success, then the injury is temporary. And if he gets a raise, he comes right back up. Okay, it's a 3 and a 2, so it's a 0 and a -1, which means he's got a permanent injury. What is Micah's permanent injury? 5. He catches 1 in the guts. 3, he is battered, which means his vigor is reduced to die type. So his vigor is now a D4, which is going to affect his bleed out rolls as they're going forward. Micah sputters. He reaches out. He's 10 feet away from Jens's form. As he looks over, he can see the light that's already gone out in his cybernetic eye. Jens's head is turned towards him. Blood is seeping out of his mouth. And Micah just... Oh, I wish we didn't come here. We're going to deal the next round. Micah has the ace, but the bad guy gets the joker. That's a shame. Micah could have really used that fucking thing. It's going to go on hold. Micah, if he fails this roll, well, there is the... Well, I'll ask that fake question if I have to get to it. It's not snake eyes. However, Micah failed the roll. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Micah, he is going to... I'm going to ask the fake question here. Does Micah, in this chance, this one rare chance, this is his only chance to roll on the Death and Defeat table in the Savage Rifts Player's Guide. With a chaos factor of 6, he's got a 65 and below to be able to possibly survive this. It's a 34. Okay. So that is yes. This is his one chance. Now, that doesn't mean he's guaranteed to survive, but the Death and Defeat, where is it? Setting rules, Death and Defeat, 116. Okay. It's a D20 roll, so there's no curve on this. Whatever rolls, rolls. Here's open for a natural 20. He rolled a 4. After a final statement or gesture, death claims the hero. Without extraordinary magic or divine intervention, there's nothing left to be done. Here, in this moment, in his attempt for vengeance, Micah Reyes, the Marquis, the Shadow Steel, the untrained Cyber Knight, brother of Amadi, liege lord to Jens the City Rat. He looks up at a pacing creature. His eyes are already bloodied. They begin to shade black. The tunnel begins to close. He can feel it. His headache's gone. The pain in his chest is gone. The sword has disappeared. The shimmering effect from his distortion field's gone. And as he looks up, he can see a gray-templed old man looking down at him. He knows he's not there. He don't know if he would ever actually meet Lord Coke. But as this gentleman looks at him with a fatherly look, he reaches down a hand. Micah feels light. And Lord Coke goes, "Son, you are not one of us, but you will be remembered."